Hello everybody, happy Monday 29th of July 2024. Owen Jennings here, your spiritual guide, coming in with the energies for this week from today up until Sunday the 4th of August. As you know, this gives you a chance to navigate the energies as we're all affected by them, and to, maybe give you an idea as to why you're feeling a certain way, or to help you use the energy effectively so that you can get the most out of your week. And I do this most Mondays to give you the opportunity. So, can't quite believe it's the end of July. Well, there's 2 days left. So one of the events, if you like, happening this week is Lammas, which is on the 1st of August. And that's kind of midway between the summer solstice and the autumn equinox. Can you believe it? So this is kind of when, in terms of, nature, that summer is kind of peaking or has peaked, and we might start to see the beginnings of autumn. Don't want to frighten you, we've still got August to go, right? But what that means is, if we're tuned into nature and how nature works, it means that we have a few more weeks or whatever to kind of get clear on what we want to create, bloom, really go for what we want. But then we're coming into autumn and it's time to kind of let go, like the trees do, or let go, maybe just ease off. So just bear that in mind. And there's a new moon coming up on Sunday, 4th August in Leo. But that's all about being proud and bold and showing up exactly how you are. So there's a few things other than that going on this week, which I'll bring in my guides for in a minute. We are in now the Lionsgate portal, which peaks next week on the 8th of August. It's a great time for manifestation, getting really clear on what you want to create going forward. But the key is you need to be clear. And also it's a good time for celebrating how far you've come, what you've achieved, even the small things, right? Because that just helps lift you. So before I bring in my guides, just so that you know, I'm away from next Sunday, so I won't be back here live until the 19th of August. That's the next time I'll channel the energies, not my energies. But there will be, instead of me doing that, there'll be posts where you can choose a card for guidance that week. Okay, so let's get on with it. Bring in my guides now. Hello everyone, it's a pleasure to be here. So, right, the main thing this week is it's a little bit quieter than last week. Now what we mean by that is the energies were quite loud last week, or maybe not loud but powerful. And do you remember we talked to you about honoring yourself, being really authentic, showing up totally as you, healing any old stories or repeating thought patterns that weren't really serving you. And this week it's time to integrate all of that and maybe just let everything land. If you've been doing the work, then it's time now to become fully you and show up exactly as you are. You're the only one that's you. You are unique, and that's all the universe wants you to do, really. So it's about being honest and true with yourself. Okay. There's some great energies this week for you being able to really communicate your message clearly. So Now, when we say message, it doesn't necessarily mean a business message or anything like that. It could be something within your private life where you haven't quite said what you mean to say, or that what you want to say, sorry, or that you started saying it but you haven't finished saying it. So this is a really good week for getting things off your chest, for expressing yourself, for getting really clear as well on what you want to create in your life going forward. It's a really good week for that. Okay. But the energies are high. They're going to be high now up until about the 12th of August, because you have the Lionsgate portal, more light coming in from the great central sun. Everything's going to be elevated. That peaks on the 8th of August, and it sort of starts to dwindle then until about the 12th. But you're really in it now. So it's great to have that amount of light coming in, but it will also be showing you the bits of you that you do not like, or that you'll try to hide from others. But what the light wants you to do is just be fine with those parts and just accept all of you, right? So you also, another significant event this week is the new moon in Leo, coming in the middle of the Lionsgate portal, really. Leo the lion, and the Lionsgate portal, obviously the lion as well. When you think of a lion, what do you think of? Do you think of an animal standing proud, one that's confident, that's maybe brave? And that's what these energies are all about. Don't hide your light under a bushel any longer. Really stand tall and proud, okay? Really connect in with your intuition this week. Ask your intuition what it is it wants you to do next. Maybe connecting with your guides. Do some meditation so that you're connecting in and following the guidance. It's really a great time for that, because a bit like around Halloween, all the veils between all the worlds are much thinner. There's a great deal of activation energy going on. It could end up being a turbulent week in other parts, not necessarily in your own life, but what you're watching on the news and things like that. So just trying to stay in your own lane as well. Where there's conflict, where there's violence, it's not a good place to be. It's not good energy to be in, but again, it's shining a light, if you like, even though it's a dark thing, on what's wrong, what needs to change in the world, right? But try not to get caught up too much in it. Then we've talked about the new moon energy. Also, this week is a great week for reviewing partnerships. There's a chance of a new partnership, whether it be business or pleasure, new friendships, new collaborations, also a deepening of existing relationships. And again, this communication piece that we're talking about, really getting things off your chest, really being clear about what you want, setting your values out there, setting your boundaries out there is really important as well. So it's a great time for that. Also, it's all very well getting clear on what you want, and and getting your message out there if you're doing it in a business environment or in your private life. But then you need to follow it through. There's no point saying something and asking for something if you then don't take the aligned action or make the steps or take the steps that you need to take to get to where you want to be. And that can be as simple as being honest about what you believe in for whatever reason, and then not backtracking on that just to please somebody else, right? It's about holding your vision, holding your lane, and really believing in you. Okay, that's very important. And what would be good this week as well is just to maybe affirm to yourself every day, or you could do this every day really, but this week, every day, affirm to yourself how great you are, how much you love yourself. And also, we recommend, you know, maybe there are things you can be celebrating, as we mentioned earlier. You know, celebrate the little wins as well as the big wins. And that, you know, a little win could be something you might think is insignificant, but it's not. And the more you do that, the more you build up your belief in yourself, and you become more of this kind of Leo lion type energy, right? So a great week really for steps forward, getting clear, communication as well, important relationships forming or deepening, or at least getting a better understanding in those relationships. The new moon is your chance to shine and set your intentions for the following 2 weeks before the full moon. And just being aware that you're in the peak of summer now, and things are going to start to, if you have the analogy of what's going on in nature, you'll start to see now's a good time to keep pushing for what you want, making sure it comes into bloom. But then you'll notice, as in nature, that things change, heading towards autumn. But that's sort of more for the future. For this week, it's all about clarity, communication, partnerships, and taking those aligned action steps. All right, and not to get thrown off course. All right, so we wish you well, and we'll be back again soon. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Sometimes it just comes through as it comes through, you know. It feels like it's you know, yes, we can be clear about what we want, but we then also have to have faith in what we want, because we know it's right for us, and take steady, consistent, habitual action to get there. We can't just wish for it and hope it appears. That it doesn't work like that. So yeah, a good week, basically. As I said at the beginning, I'm away from work from, well, I'm going away on Sunday the 4th. I will be back at work from the 19th. So I will hopefully be channeling live on the 19th. But there will be posts coming up on Mondays, on the 2 Mondays I'm not here, where you can choose a card. And then on the Wednesday, there'll be the card reveal, so you'll still be getting some guidance. Okay, so I wish you well, and I'll be back soon. Take care for now.